So Nike let us design these one-of-one Air Force Ones with Flyleather. Let's take a look. What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning into the Sneaker News YouTube channel. Today we are unboxing a true one-of-one shoe because we designed it. But before we show you what's inside this box, do us a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and of course turn on your notifications if you want to know exactly when we post new videos. We really do appreciate it. So anyway, as we said before, this is a true one-of-one shoe and we're going to explain in 1 second. Let's go. So, as we said, these are a true one-of-one pair of shoes, and that's because, well, we designed it. And how that came to be is, well, in July 2018, Nike actually flew us out to Beaverton, Oregon, to their world headquarters to show us some upcoming product like the Air Max 720. They also wanted to show us the first samples of the on-air designs, that design contest that was held during Air Max Day 2018. And they also wanted to discuss things like Flyleather, React, a whole bunch of great stuff. 2019 has a lot in store, but the thing we're talking about today and right now is Flyleather. And we're sure that if you're into sneakers or have been following us on Sneaker News or just pretty much the whole industry as a whole, the term Flyleather is something that you've probably heard a few times over a year ago. And that's because in September 2017, Nike actually introduced Flyleather. It's a brand new material in which 50% of it, or at least 50% of it, is made of recycled leather. So basically, Nike is trying to deliver or continue to deliver these retro products that are heavily leather-based without making so much of a carbon imprint. You know, they want to recycle some of their own goods to make more shoes. So what they're trying to do is meet the growing demand, especially now that the whole knit sock look trend is sort of kind of going away and the demand for retro shoes are at an all-time high. Nike wants to deliver the product, yet they don't want to essentially waste too much resources and they want to recycle. So again, Flyleather is this new recycled leather material. It's made up of half or at least half recycled leather. And they're going to be adding it to shoes such as the Air Force One, the Jordan 1. And so far, there's only been 2 actual Flyleather sneaker releases. That's the Tennis Classic, and it was an all-white shoe, and a Cortez, which was white with like a light green. And because it's such a simple looking shoe, it might have just fallen out of your radar, but we're gonna talk about it a little bit here. So part of this design was Nike said, you know, we're gonna let you guys build an Air Force One made out of completely Flyleather uppers. That opportunity itself was pretty dope. You know, we do have to point out that the sole is just the standard sole and the inside lining and like the insoles is pretty much what you will find in a standard Air Force One, but pretty much everything on the upper, we picked the colors, we picked the materials, and there's also even little textures that we added. Again, like we said, the entire upper is made of Flyleather. So just based on the touch, it does feel like your classic leather pair of Air Force Ones. It looks like your classic pair of Air Force leather ones. The smell isn't quite there, and we understand how the smell, it can be important. You know, if you're saying that you open up a shoebox and don't sniff the brand new shoes, then you're probably lying. You know, we all do that. It does smell a little bit different, but you know, it's really not that huge of a deal. But just on the eye test, it looks just like what you would find on the shelves right now. So Flyleather on that point passes our test. In terms of the dimensions, everything looks on point. And again, we picked every single panel. We didn't just pick colors. We didn't just pick materials like on a sheet of paper. We literally gathered all these little pieces together, and we even said, you know, that's the stitching that we wanted, that's the pattern that we wanted, that's the color that we wanted. We picked everything. So it was a true one-of-one bespoke design experience. It was definitely an unforgettable experience on our end for sure. So basically what it really came down to is picking the colorway and just, I guess, the overall style of the shoe. So when I designed this shoe, you know, I kind of wanted to show off what Flyleather was. So basically I picked these colors, white, gray, and a dark gray, to kind of mimic like a tailored suit. If any of you have ever had a tailored suit, you understand that on the inside there's all these exposed stitchings and extra panels and different colors and all those kind of things. So basically I chose your clean white on white flat leather at the toe, the white mid panel, but on the swoosh and the lace collar, it's a suede material in a dark gray, but it's not actually suede, it's the opposite side of the leather. So what's pretty interesting is that if you're not using this upper part, you're using the inside part. So it's almost like one material serves two different purposes. So of course, I picked a darker gray just so you could see the different color and see the different material. So again, this is like a smooth leather, and this is more of like a suede. And on the heel panel, again, it is that same suede material. I chose clearly a lighter gray, but if you look very carefully, there's actually safari print. They had these machines on site where you can literally heat press a pattern into the material. And this particular one was safari print. I just wanted to keep it a little like OG Nike. If you look closer, even on the medial side too, you can definitely see that safari print. And even on the heel, I went no logo on the heels just to keep it super clean. Again, the whole point was to sort of mimic like a tailored suit, which is why I did contrast stitching. Like me personally, I do not like contrast stitching on my sneakers at all. But for this shoe meant a lot more because I wanted to kind of show through this design the whole building of a shoe experience. Also kind of give some love to Flyleather and show that, you know, this shoe is put together by several different parts. I picked Volt because Volt is also signature Nike. You know, I chose it on the laces, the lace doubre, and the contrast stitching around the toe, and also the lace collar. So in terms of the construction, it feels and looks just like a pair of Air Force Ones that you'll find in the street. The reason why this is so significant is that Nike will probably start using Flyleather in a lot of other shoes. Now, just to quickly rewind back to 2017 when they first debuted Flyleather, they did so on 5 shoes. It was the Air Jordan 1, the Air Force 1, the Air Max 90, the Tennis Classic, and of course the Cortez, and they used all white colorways with this nude beige sort of swoosh color and gold lace doubre. We're very, very happy with the way these came out. These are true one-of-ones. Yes, you can do a one-of-one on Nike, but you know, this particular pattern and color can't really be found anywhere else. So again, a huge thank you to Nike for even letting us do this. You know, Flyleather is definitely something that you will see a lot of moving in the future. And even just to show you the shoebox, you know, you see that nice Nike Flyleather logo in the shoebox on the lid. The tissue paper has the Flyleather as well with a special message. And basically, in summary, they're not only focused on bringing you the products that you want, but they're focusing on being environmentally responsible and sustainable. So Nike is definitely taking those necessary measures to make sure that, you know, not only that they deliver the shoes that everybody wants, but they're doing so in a responsible way. You know, overall, it was a fun experience to design a pair of Air Force Ones from scratch. You know, we wanted to keep it really simple. There was all these other patterns that they asked us to use, but I honestly did not think it looked that great, because these I can actually wear. Again, this is Flyleather, looks like leather, feels like leather. We hope you guys learned a little bit something about Flyleather and why we designed our shoe this way. You know, if you have any questions below, let us know if you think Flyleather is a gimmick or if it's the real deal. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of these unboxing videos. And we do thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.